Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sichamba Jacob. All right, so for today we'll be revising section B of 2020 GCE. All right, so we start with the first question. The first question we've been given, and this is question 7. Start the diagram below and answer the questions that follow. All right, so we can start how the diagram looks and then we try to answer the questions. So question A says triangle PQR is mapped on two triangle LMN by a single transformation. Describe this transformation fully. So if you can see nicely, this transformation, the way it looks, this is rotation. So you can see the center is over here, the center is here, and if you want to see that it's rotation centered O, you can pick one point which is P and then try to move your compass like this to see that it's working. It touches L, so this is rotation. If you can see nicely, this is rotation, and it's at 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So what we can do here, I can show you a little bit of some stuff you need to know in case you don't know that it's transformation and you want to know. So you pick 2 points, this and this, you join them, the corresponding points. So I've joined the points and then try to tick or try to bisect 90-degree angle line. So meaning you put your compass and open it a little bit more than half of this line, the line which is joining 2 points over here, and then try to make an arc like this. So made an arc over here. It's quite difficult for you to view nicely. And then also this side, make them touch each other. So here you bisect here. So where are they touching? It's here. You can see nicely it's here and here. So you can join and form a line. So I've joined these 2 points, it's here. I've joined these 2 points, forming a line. So the line is passing at center here, 0, 0. And then the same thing, pick 2 other corresponding sides. So it's this, Q and M, or corresponding points. So Q and M, I've joined Q and M here. You do the same, you bisect. So the point is here and here. So you can join the 2 points. You find that your line is passing through the center. So when you do this, the line will pass through here, through the center. So now these 2 lines, the one you bisected like this and the one like this, where they are meeting, that's the center. So they are meeting at the center. That's the center of this rotation. So you know that the center is at 0, 0 and it's anti-clockwise. So now for you to find the angle, this is what you do. You just pick 2 lines and you make them or pick 2 points and then make a line touching the center from that one of the points, and then the other one also the corresponding. So if you can see, there is an angle here. This is 90 degrees. So you can use your protractor to measure the angle. You can do this, put it nicely here This is 90 degrees, if you can see 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees angle. Now you can write your answers. Let me write my answers here. This is A is equal to rotation over 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees angle, and it's anti-clockwise. It's anti-clockwise, and the center is 0, 0. So this is the answer for B. I mean for A. We now go to question B. B reads, an enlargement maps trapezium ABCD. So trapezium ABCD onto trapezium A sub 1, B sub 1, C sub 1, D sub 1. Find the center of enlargement and the scale factor. So basically what we normally do here is we pick 2 points, 2 corresponding points. So if you can see, there is this A and A, they are corresponding. Join them. Okay, so I've joined, it has passed through the center. You can join all these two, B, D and D sub 1. They are all passing through the center, meaning your center of enlargement is 0, 0. So for you to find the scale factor, you get, so you say B, this is B, you get I'll just say A sub 1 over A. So meaning O to A sub 1, O to over A to O, which is equal to O to A sub 1 is 2. Divide by O to A is 1, which is equal to 2. So the scale factor in this case is 2, and the center is 0, 0. So you can say scale factor is equal to 2, and then center of enlargement is equal to 0, 0. Go to the next question. So question C. A transformation with the matrix 1, 0, 0, negative 3 maps triangle PQR onto triangle XYZ, not drawn on the diagram. Find the coordinates of X, Y, and Z. So what we basically do here is we need to multiply this matrix by the coordinates of matrix P or triangle PQR. So we need to find the coordinates of P. So what are the coordinates of P? So P is negative 2, 1. Q is negative 4, 4. R is negative 6, 2. And then we multiply them. So when we multiply them, they are going to give us this answer. This is the answer we get. So this is the answer you get when you multiply this by this, row by column, row by column. So in case you don't know how to multiply matrices, check one of my videos. You'll be helped on how to multiply them. So the coordinates of X will be negative 2, negative 3. Of Y will be negative 4, negative 12. Of Z will be negative 6, negative 6. So these are the solutions. We go to the next question. So question D, the triangle LMN is mapped on two triangle L sub 1, M sub 1 and N sub 1 by shear. Find the matrix of shear. So in order for us to find the matrix, we say A, B, C and D here, and then we multiply it by the coordinates or the matrix formed by this triangle. So we have L, M and N, which is equal to the coordinates here of L, M sub 1, L sub 1 and N sub 1. So we can say, in this case we can say L is 1, -2, 1, -2, M is 4, -4, this is -1, -1, -2, 4 is negative, M is -4, -4, and N is -2, -6, while here L sub 1 is 3, -2, M is 4, -4, and then N is 10, -6. So now we can work out here, we multiply. So we say A multiplied by -1 is -A plus this one, it will be -2B, which is equal to 3. Then we come to this other one, we say this one is C plus -2D, which is equal to -2. The answers I'm getting from here, you just need to know how to multiply the matrices. So this one can be cleaned up, it will look like this. This one like this. So we have two equations, so we need to solve again for the next. So it will be -4a, when we multiply a by -4, it's -4a, this by this, it's a -4b, which is equal to 4. And then this by this is -4c minus -4d, which is equal to -4. So we have another set of equations. So we can now intermarry them. So with this, we'll move with this. So it will be -a minus 2b is equal to 3. This we can reduce this, since there are 4's here. These equations can change, can look like this. So these I've just divided by 4, because 4 is appearing everywhere. So this can come here, and then we solve the simultaneous equation. This will be multiplied by -1, here by 1. So multiplied by -1, we'll have something like this, and then this one will be like this. We add here, we solve, this will cancel, remain with b is equal to -2. So b is equal to -2. And then we come to this other one, we pick 2, we pick this, the one with c, also this one. And then here we solve, we multiply by -1. If you don't know how to solve the simultaneous equation, check my videos, you'll be helped, or you see on how to solve simultaneous equation. Then here it will be like this. So you add, this will cancel, remain with d, which is equal to 1. D is equal to 1. So found these two, since b is equal to -1 and d is equal to 1, so we can get this b, plug it in here, solve for a. So if you have something like this, I've just gotten this equation, and then I'll put -2 here. Then when I solve, it will look like this. When I solve nicely, it will be like this, whereby -a will be equal to -1. Divide by negative, our a will be equal to 1 here. So we have these two we need to use. Even here, we can pick one of the equations, maybe this one. We plug in 1 where there is a d. So I have something like this, 1 here, and then we solve for c. We group like terms, 1 will be here, this one will remain with -c, this will be 0, divided by this negative c will be equal to 0. So now we have this and this. So these 4 are the matrices we need. So we can check A, B, C, D. The way it was here, I've just copied so that we can write our A is 1, our B is -2, our C is 0, and our D is 1. So this is the matrix. This is the answer they wanted us to write. Thank you. And then the next question says scale factor. So the scale factor for shear is just the number you're able to see, which is this one. So the scale factor in this case is -2, or the shear factor. Shear factor is -2. Thank you. So for question 8a, we have been asked to calculate the standard deviation. So for standard deviation, first thing we need to check, is this grouped data? Yes, it's grouped data because there is a range. You can see on the table there is a range which is from 10 to 15 there, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to, and so on and so forth, on marks if you're able to see on top of the table. And this shows us that we are dealing with the grouped data. And for grouped data, there are two formulas. You can pick either to work with the table one, the one which requires you to form a table, or the one which doesn't require you to form a table. So in this case, we're going to work with the second one, which does not require us to use a table. This is the formula we are going to use to find our standard deviation. It's way easier working with this formula. All right, so we can now start our work. Okay, so let's this, hopefully you know what this means. This means mean. Okay, so the process of finding mean is the process we'll come and use here, but on the midpoint we'll be squaring it. So we start with mean. Always start with mean. Solve your mean, which is x bar. The formula you've been given, you can check, it looks like this. This is the formula. So meaning we need to find our frequency. So the frequency is the number of learners. In the table, if you're able to see where it's written number of learners, this is what F means. And X is the midpoint. For example, we're going to find the midpoint between 10 and 15. So between 10 and 15, we have 12.5. So how did I find 12.5? You just add 10 plus 15. And then the other one is 17.5. These are very important numbers. We need to find them. The other one is 22.5. So what you do is, when you want to find the midpoint, let me show you an example on 10, because here it says 10 is less than x, less or equal to 15. So you add 10 plus this number, these two numbers, you add them. So 10 plus 15, you get 25. And then you divide 25 by 2. It will give you 12.5. So this is how we are finding the midpoint. So the other one will be 27.5. Another one will be 35.5. Another one will be 37.5. Another one will be 42.5 and 47.5. So this is not part of the solution. You can just write it on the piece of paper so that you keep these or your working paper, the paper you're doing your work, you're solving from. So when you do this, you know that these are mid points. So these are your mid points. So for you to find mean, you start getting each one of these, you multiply it by the frequency which is under. So for example, let me say x bar, which is mean, we'll say 12. I'll start with the frequency, which is 2 times 12.5 plus, hopefully you know where this 2 is coming from. It's the frequency which is under 3 times 17.5 plus. So when you put all these, you multiply all these. So if you can see, this is 37, it's over here. So 6 is the frequency which is down, multiplied by 37.5. Everything you multiply. So it's what it means here on top here. And then you come and divide the total number. In the question, you've been told that the total number is 30. 30, there were 30 learners. So when you work out what is on top here, you find that your answer is 925 over 30. And when you finish it up, it will be 30.8, 3, so on and so forth. So this is our mean. We have found our mean over here, which we need to come and use in our formula here. Come and put it here. So now we can now find what is here. So now to find what we're supposed to put here, it's the same procedure. Okay? So write it like this. If you can see nicely here, this formula for mean is the same as what we're about to calculate here. The only difference is that there is power 2 here on the midpoint. There is power 2. Here there is no power 2. So meaning this midpoint, or the midpoints which are here, you need to square them. So it will look like this. So it's almost the same. It's almost the same. Okay, but here you're putting a power 2, power 2, power 2, power 2, power 2. Here we're not putting a power 2, but almost the same. And when we solve nicely, our answer will be 3123.7.5 over 30. And when we finish it up here, we have 1041.25. So we can use this stuff, put it in our equation, which is for finding standard deviation over here, this equation. So we have 1041.25 minus the square of mean. So mean we found 30.8, 33333 square. And then our answer will be equal to 9.516068.282. And remember, in the state equation, they say you put this into 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3. So it will be 9.52. So this is our answer. Thank you. So for question 8b, they have said answer this part of the question on a sheet of graph paper. So this is a sheet of graph paper where our solution should be put using the information in the table above. Copy and complete the relative cumulative frequency table below. So if you can see, there are spaces or there are boxes where there are numbers missing. So we can work on the missing numbers. So when you want to work on the missing numbers, you come up with a small table like this one. Over here, this table, you make a table and copy these numbers. At least they should be seen, and you show that these are the missing spaces. So for the missing numbers, these are the spaces for the missing numbers. So for the missing numbers, we have 0.63 here, then 0.83, 0.93. So how did I manage to find these numbers? If you want to find these numbers, what you do is you get this, the total number, number of students. In the question they've said it's 30. There are 30 of them. So the total number, you start dividing by whichever number is here. For example, if you say 13, so if you say 13 divide by 30, you get 0.4333. So you put it in 2 decimal places. 19 divided by 30, you get this one. 20 divided by 30, you get this one. 25 divided by 30, you get this one. 30 divided by 30, you get this one. This is how you find relative cumulative frequency. Alright, so since we've done that, and you indicate that this is question B1 over here, question B1. Now we go to the next question, which is B2. B2, they've said, using a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 5 marks on the x-axis, for 15 is less or equal to x less or equal to 50, and a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 0.1 units on the y-axis, for 0.0 is less or equal to y less or equal to 1.0. Draw a smooth relative cumulative frequency curve. So what you need to do here is to follow the scale, which is saying, we'll start with x-axis, the scale which is saying 15 is less or equal to x less or equal to 50. That's a scale, meaning we're supposed to start on 15. So here it's supposed to be 15, following the scale. And they have said, instead of putting 0 here, you start with 15, number 15. And they have said 2 centimeters to represent 5 marks. So each box, like from here to here, is 2 centimeters. So it's supposed to be moving in 5. So from 15, you add 5, you have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. According to the scale, you're supposed to end at 50. So this is where it is ending. And then going up here, y-axis, they have said 2 centimeters to represent 0.1. So 2 centimeters. So from here to here is 2 centimeters. So this must be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and 1 here. So this is how this stuff will look like. So now we start the plotting. So our plotting will be done using the table. Okay, the line will follow the line of relative cumulative frequency and the line of marks, the range where it says 15. So we can check on our table. So the first one will be 15 here, comma 0.07. So if 0.1 is here, so this is 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.05, 0.06, 0.07. It's here. so it's supposed to be here. Okay, and then next will be 5, 0.17. So 0.17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 must be here. The next one will be 25, 0.27. 0.2 is here, 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's over here. Next one will be 30, 0.043. So 4 is here, 3, 1, 2, 3 over here. The next will be 35, 0.06. So 35, 0.06. 35 is over here. 6 is here. So 0.63. So 6 here, 1, 2, 3 over here. The next one will be 40. 40 is somewhere here, 0. So we go up like this, 0.83. So 8 is here. So 8, 1, 2, 3. 3 is here. The next one will be 45. It's over here. 45 are moving like this. 0.93. So 9, 1, 2, 3 over here. The next one will be 50, 1. So 50, 1. It's here. 1 is over here. So it's here. So now you can see the points, and then we can join our graph. When we join, it will look like this. So you're not supposed to use a pen, you're supposed to use a pencil. But I want you people to see what is going on. So I've done my stuff here. This is a graph. Hopefully you can see nicely the way it looks. This is a graph we are working with. So now we can now answer question 3. So question 3, showing your method clearly. Use your graph to estimate the semi-interquartile range. So semi-interquartile range. So what we normally do when we want to find the semi-interquartile range, let me do my work here. We say there is a first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. So in order for you to find these, the first quarter, use the formula, or use 1/4 multiplied by the number you're able to see up here. So in this case there is 1. So multiplied by 1. And the answer will be 0.25. For the second quarter, it's supposed to be like this, and when you multiply, you get 0.5. And then for the third quarter, it's supposed to be 3/4. Remember, 3/4 times the number which is up here. In this case, we have 1, which will give us 0.75. So these are the stuff we need. Mostly the first quarter and the third quarter. Because for us to find the semi-interquartile range, we need, or we use the formula quarter 3 minus quarter 1/2. So meaning we'll get this minus this divided by whatever result we get from this minus the result we get from this over 2. So let me try to do let me put it in practical. So in this case, our first quartile is 0.25. So since it's 0.25, we'll go to 0.2. It's here. 25, it's somewhere here. It's here. So you make a line like this. At 0.2 is over here. So 5 is here. 25 is here. So it's the middle part. So you make a line like this. From here, you make it touch your graph. So after touching your graph, you drop it down like this. So from where it's touching the graph, and then you get this value here. In this case, you have this is 25 over here, so it's moving to, this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 here. So quartile 1 is equal to 24. We go to quartile 3. So quartile 3 is 0.75. So 0.75, 0.7 is here, 5 is supposed to be somewhere here, middle part. So you do this. Until it touches your graph, and where it touches the graph, you drop it down like this. So in this case, it's somewhere here. Up to here, and then you get the number which is here. What number is here? This is 35, 36, 37.5. So quartile 3 is equal to 37.5. This is my quartile 3. Let me go through again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's 37.3. So what we can now do is, for us to find semi-interquartile range. So we can say quartile 3 minus quartile 1 over 2, which will be 37.5 minus 24 over 2. And our answer will be equal to, so we have 13.5 over 2, which is equal to 6.75. And we can, if you want, we can even write 7. So this is our answer. If you want, you can leave it here or here. It's just okay. It's fine. So we have finished question 8b. Question 9a reads, the diagram below shows the position of a guava G3, orange O tree, and lemon tree on a farm. So if you can see nicely over here, this is G for guava, O for orange, L for lemon. And then they tell us that given that LG is 10.1 meters, OG is 14.2 meters, and the angle OLG is 40 degrees. Calculate angle OGL. So we have been asked to calculate this angle. How can we calculate this angle? Or which rule are we supposed to use? Sine rule or cosine rule? In this case, we can use the cosine rule. Reason being, this angle, this side, the corresponding angle is this one, and then this angle, the corresponding side is this one. So sine rule can work. We find this angle. After finding this angle, we use the property of the triangle, whereby all angles inside the triangle add up to 180. So the sine rule, the formula looks like this: A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. So this is the rule we're going to use. So we can pick, we'll say this is our capital A and this is our small a, the corresponding side. This is our capital B, this angle over here, and this is our small b over here. So we can pick capital A, small a, where small a is over here, it's 14.2 over sine capital A, it's 40 degrees of is equal to small b is here 10.1 over sine capital B, we don't have, we put x. So now we can solve, and when we solve, we cross multiply here, we have 14.2 times sine x, which is equal to 10.1 times sine 40 degrees. So we just we're just doing cross multiplication here, this by this and this by this. This is what we get. And then here we have 14.2 sine x when you multiply these two, and then when you multiply this side, we have 6.49215485783. So you write everything. Then here we divide by what is here so that we remain with sine x. We divide by 14.2. So when divide, this will cancel, will remain with sine x this side, which is equal to, when we divide here, will remain with 0.45719400407. So we'll remain with this. Now we can find the sine inverse. So on your calculator, press sine inverse. So sine inverse will cancel sine here, will remain with x. So it's a sine inverse of whatever you're able to see this side. Your answer will be 27.206.189.407.17. So remember, at the front of your question paper, it's written that when you're dealing with angles, you will leave your answer in one decimal place. So it's supposed to be like this. So this is our angle LOG is angle LOG is 27.2 degrees, and this is not what we are looking for. So what we can basically do here, since we found this angle to be 27.2 and we asked to find this angle, so what we can do here is to say 180 minus the addition of these two angles, 40 plus 27.2, and our answer will be equal to 112.8 degrees. So this is our final answer. So you follow all the steps as they look like, and then finally the answer is over here. So we go to the next question. The next question we have been asked to find, which is question 2, to find area. So area of this triangle, how can we find the area? In order for us to find the area, we use the formula. Area is equal to 1/2 BC sine A. And remember, this is not a right angle triangle, it's a non-right angle triangle. And for non-right angle triangles, we use this formula. And then 1/2. So your BC, if you can see your BC here, BC should be the distance between, or the distance which are forming the angle you're going to put here. So the distance which are forming the angle we're going to put here here, over here, on our formula here, is these two distances. So we're going to use the angle which is here and these two distances. And this angle we found, it's over here. It's 112.8. So it will be multiplied by 10.1, one of the sides, multiplied by 14.2, multiplied by sine the angle we found, this one. So when we solve nicely, our area will be equal to, we multiply everything on top here, this times this times this times this. We have 132.2136.1320082, and then you divide by 2, these two here, you have 66.1068.066.041. So we need to put it in 3 significant figures to be 6.66.1 meters squared. So this is our area. So we've answered question 2. We go to question 3. So question A3, you have been asked to find the shortest distance. So this is a triangle. So they want us to find the shortest distance from L to OG. So from L to OG is over here. So the shortest distance. So what we do when we want to find the shortest distance, we use the normal formula for finding area of the right angle triangle. So this is the formula we're going to use. So on area here, we'll put the area we found, which is this one, is equal to 1/2, and then base will put this, the line or the length which is joined by these two here, because it's like this. So here, which is 14.2, so times 14.2 times h. So we solve for h. So when we solve for h, we have 132.1. Here I'm just doing cross multiplication, is equal to, when I multiply everything, I have 14.2h. So we divide by 14.2. So when you do so, you divide, you find that h, this h will be equal to 9.309885915493, and putting our answer in 3 significant figures, we have something like this, meters. So this is our answer. So thank you. We go to the next question. So for question B, in order for us to solve this question B, we'll copy the equation, which looks like this. This is how it has been put. And then the first thing will be to divide by 5. You remain with cos theta here over 3. We remain with 3 cos theta is equal to 3 over 5. Now you can find the cos inverse of this. So this side you remain with theta, and then you press on your calculator cos inverse of 1 over 5. And this will give you the answer 3.13010235.416, and theta will be equal to 53.1 degrees. Remember, putting it in 1 decimal place. So this is the answer. We go to C. For C, you've been given something like this, 99 m. So for this one, the first thing is to understand it's division in here. So you copy whatever stuff is here, and then this will change to multiplication, you know, when we're dividing fractions, and this part, the denominator will become the numerator. So it will be 40p squared cubed over 33m power 4n. So this is how it has changed. So if you can see nicely, this can go into this two times. So I have 2 here, this and this will cancel. Okay, this is power 3, this and this will cancel. 33 into 99 is 3. Okay, m cubed into m power 3 will remain with m here. M squared into n squared into n will remain with n. So here we have 3 multiplied by 2, it's 6, over, okay, here will remain with n. Actually, this one will disappear, will remain with n. So it will look like this, and then down here we have m. So this is our answer. Thank you.